What's up? Going from someone who couldn't even touch their toes because of issues at the back of the knee to now being able to go wrist below toes on a Jefferson curl whenever I want to try it. I can say that fixing issues through the back of the knee is entirely possible through training alone. When you look at the back of the knee, there's two things that could cause issues. One is tightness, which is the most common, and the second is weakness, which you can get better at as you get more length through the back as well. So phase one of this transformation is with an elephant walk, where we're just gradually lengthening the back of the knee, using as much hand elevation as needed for support so that it's not painful, it just feels like a comfortable stretch. Gradually over time, you're gonna work lower and lower using whatever you can at home or at your gym until you hit the goal of fists to the floor with your legs fully extended and you're comfortable in that position. And the reason why the focus in phase one is purely on mobility is because, once again, most people are chronically tight through the back of the knee. So fixing that before going into strength movements like I'm about to show is super, super important, because it gives you a better baseline to start training the back of your knee with weights. Now, this is an unconventional setup. I like it because I can just use it from home, but you can do hamstring curls with a band. You can do them at your gym, anything like that. But hamstring curls is where we start to actually gain strength through the back of the knee, paired up with continuing to do that elephant walk. But my personal favorite hamstring curl variation for the back of the knee is with a Nordic bench. This is one of the first pieces of equipment that I ever did buy. I saved up money for it so that I could actually train the back of my knee because it was that much of an issue for me. And I love it because it scales with controlling your body weight, and you can just use elevation and pushing back up, getting used to actually fighting with the back of your knee to control your body weight, lowering the padding over time until you can actually control all the way down just like this comfortably. And then at that point, you can start training back on the way up. And I can say personally, with this specific piece of equipment, not only am I the most protected in the back of my knee that I've ever been, but I'm actually really, really strong compared to the general population who can't control their body weight with the back of their knee comfortably. But the important part there is that I'm not special. I started at a point where I couldn't even touch my toes. I was that tight. So doing things like a hamstring curl would just hurt in general. So I definitely couldn't control my body weight at the back of my knee, but now I can. The point of this is taking something that you can't do, regressing it down to a level that you can do, building it gradually over time up to a level that is like this, where you actually have healthier knees than the majority of the population. And phase three is where it starts to get even more interesting, because in phase one, we built mobility. In phase two, we continued the mobility, but we also built in strength. Now we combine the two. The knee and the hamstring in the back of the knee don't only flex the knee like this, they also extend the hip. So if you want protected backs of your knees, you need to be good in this hamstring curl, but also in hip extension. So while we do continue to strengthen a hamstring curl in phase three, we also add in hip extension, so the back of your knee is as protected as it can possibly get. We do a Romanian deadlift. This is my favorite way, and I've built this up to the point where I can extend through the hip and get a stretch through the back of the knee and hamstring, pause at the bottom, and extend back up. But this regresses gently using assistance first, getting used to the hip extension, then you can move to body weight before slowly and gradually building up in dumbbell weight, just going through a range of motion that is comfortable for you. And this takes us through a measurable progression that anyone can use, from incredibly easy to incredibly difficult over a long span of time. That's possible for anyone. So if you do have tightness at the back of the knee, just start training in this style. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'm gonna keep posting these every single day to help you out along the way. And if you do wanna join in on the service, we host all of our programs, including the Pain-Free Knee program, on our Pain-Free app. I'll leave a link below this video for you to join. You can check it out anytime.